when you look at all this, you kind of go, oh my gosh, take a deep breath and just say you're just going to figure out which market you want to serve, because this is a great time to be marketing. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Have you all done your market research, which is step 1? Everybody has it? Anybody has not done it yet?
Kim?
Yes.
Charlie Miller?
All right.
I am way behind the curve.
Well, honey, don't worry about it.
I'm not really worried.
You're still above ground. As long as you're above ground, here's the rule we've got. If you're above ground, you're all right.
Yep. I
It's
did my
post.
I did it on the profile. I didn't get anything, but I did do it on the story and got 3 more responses.
Okay.
So far, they've ghosted me on my appointment time so far. So my question is, after the Q&As, what's what after the Q&As? Because obviously, I know I'm not going to be where I need to be. In fact, I'm thinking about going to the white pages. It's my next thought process. I've been adding friends on Facebook, but again, that's a process in itself.
Right. So what is it that you what is it that you offer people? What's your offer? You help people
I help people get rid of aches and pains without drugs and medication or medications.
Okay. Well, if you were to contact people, I guess if you were to go to the white pages, let's say, do you get out and about at all?
I do. Well, one of the problems I have, I am a 6'3" good looking black guy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're ready for that.
People get a little intimidated sometimes.
Oh, you got to take somebody with you. Bring a girl. Do you have somebody?
I have my wife. I think maybe get my wife. I got my wife.
Well, just to come with you so that you don't look quite so scary and good looking. Yeah.
Well, I can't help the good looking, but the scary part.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the white pages. I found, I'm thinking about the white pages.
Well, the other thing you could do if you're a little more daring is to go to the local chiropractic offices. Like, why don't you go and get yourself a chiropractic adjustment and talk to spend $100 instead of all these hours chasing who knows who the hell's on Facebook. You don't even know if they're real half the time. Go to a real chiropractic office and say, give me an adjustment if you have any ache and pain. And say, look, I'm looking to interview people who help people that have aches and pains to see if they'd be up for having any alternative treatments to help with that. And so talk to the chiropractor and see what level of interest that they would have. And I would, if I were you, I mean, it sounds to me like the internet is not really your friend right now, and you're very personable. And I think if you go and get yourself a chiropractic adjustment. How much are those? Where do you live? I'll probably tell you what they are.
I'm in Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay. Well, that's not like living in, I don't know, Austin, where everything is 10 times more than it ought to be. What if you went to get an adjustment? Could you swing that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what are you waiting for? I think you need to talk to real people. Go and get an adjustment. And forget the chiropractor in town that looks like the one that has the most customers. The most, what do you call them? Patients, clients, whatever they are. And just go and get an adjustment. Say, let me tell you, I have an agenda for this. Wait till you're on the table, right? Get out there first and demonstrate that you value their services, that you're honoring that they're a chiropractor who, I have had chiropractors for years. Oh my God. Haven't had one here for several years, but for 10 or 15 years, I had one, almost every week. And I think it was just, anxiety about all these changes that were happening to be going on in my life. Who knows? But so I'm very familiar with that business and with people who do that and very much respect what they do. Once they know that, you say, look, let me ask you something while we're sitting here. I am looking for people who have aches and pains like you do, and people that help people with aches and pains who might want to try something where there's nothing that even goes into their body. Let's say if that's what you've got or whatever you've got. Would you give me a few minutes? Let me, get some information from you so I can fill in this little form. and see whether or not you have something like that. Like I said, I don't remember for 100% sure what you market because it's Wednesday, you know, that's a tough day for me. So whatever it is that you market, let's say it's something that doesn't go into the body, or it's something that's a liquid, or something that's a, I don't know, whatever special thing it is, you want to talk to the person and say, do you think there might be patients that, what we did is say, do you think you might have patients who'd like to know about that? That's the operative language. Do you have patients that might like to know about that? This way, you're not coming across like you're no better than they do, you know, especially since you may not have the pedigree they do. So you put it all in there. Do you think there might be people on your list? Same thing with you boys selling the gold and silver. You go to a financial planner. Do you think there might be people on that your clients who might want to know about an option like this? And what they do is they go, well, because there's no threat. Right. And so that's what you're really doing. And I would go and get a chiropractic adjustment and talk to the guy. Start there. See if they have patients who might like to know about this. Guess what he's going to say? Well, how's it work? Let me tell you what happened to me. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you what happened to me. So you want to try some? Okay, great. So let me give you a couple, 2, 3. And if you think there are people like that, let me know. And I'll come back and show it to you. And we'll start the ball with you. Because they actually pay you, you know, if people do this.
Gotcha.
You got it? In fact, what I would do if I were you, I'm just trying to remember all the stuff we did now, because we didn't want to waste our time. And we knew these would be good people. So I ended up booking appointments with chiropractors and alternative medical doctors. At that time in the San Francisco phone book, I think there were like 30 total. Today there are thousands of them. But I would look for medical doctors who had alternative in their ad, in their yellow page ad. So the same thing now. In other words, they said, we include nutrition. I knew they were alternative because regular MDs don't think about nutrition, right? Or they'll say, oh, we did chelation therapy. I knew they were alternative because otherwise they wouldn't do that type of blood work, see? And so in your case, what I would do is ask before you make the appointment, does Dr. Dingling sell supplements or anything in his office to clients who come in? Because if they already sell stuff, they're used to offering their products. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Okay, all of you, you'll hear this if you're going to go after these people. So you might make an appointment and say, I'm looking for a chiropractor who specializes. I saw that you're the one who specializes in this or that. And get the date, say, and by the way, does your office sell any supplements or any other kinds of things to your patients? Just curious, do you? And whoever answers the phone is going to look around and say, no, he doesn't do anything, only this. Then you might, reconsider the appointment because you want somebody who's accustomed to offering their clientele extra products, extra services to add value. Like a dentist doesn't only clean teeth. That's the freebie. Then they tell you, oh, your teeth look a little bit brown. Do you smoke? No. What do you mean my teeth are brown, right? So we have a little teeth whitening thing. Oh, okay. That's like $1,000. That's quite an upsell from cleaning for free, right? And then, your teeth look a little crooked. They do? Yeah. So did you have trouble when you were, no, you want your teeth straightened? Yeah. $5,000. Boom. This is called leveling up. See? And you want a chiropractor or an arthritic pain clinic person, financial advisor, who is familiar with this so that you don't have to go, oh, we don't sell anything in our office. I mean, you don't want those people. Are you with me?
I got you.
So you do the work first. And how did I learn this? I slayed the dragons personally, found it all out. I was like, oh, geez. So we're not doing this again. Now I know how to slay a dragon, that one in particular. But you don't know how until you've slain it a few times. And then you go, all right, next time I'm going to start on his left side, or I'm going to wiggle his tail and he's going to turn around and then I can do it. But you won't know that until you've done it and you live through the experience. This is called experience. Right?
Gotcha.
See, in this way, it's a good thing to be an older person. Because I got something that none of you have, right? I've done it a lot, and I'm thrilled to share some of these things because we're doing this ourselves right now. I'm thinking, what am I going to tell my babies to do? You know, that would be new and different and really get them going. Once they believe, of course, you got to believe that what you have matters.
Hey, Kim,
If you don't believe that, you're screwed anyway. It doesn't matter what you do, you won't get any sales because people are going to read you a mile away that you're just a money grubber, right, Jane?
Charlie,
yeah, yeah. Tell. Ask.
I enrolled a couple of chiropractors, and the challenge to get them to put it in their office that I found was two things. One is you have to have an answer on how you're going to teach their staff, because the staffs are going to be the ones that are going to sell it. The chiros here anyway in Hawaii, they don't talk money at all. They're like, oh, go see the front girl and she'll
I have a fix for that. That's the first thing we did because we ran across that problem. Same. And what's the second one?
And then the second was continuing support. Who's going to do that? So okay. The doctor's like, I would sell it, but if I got to teach this stuff, I'm out.
Right. Okay. So I'll tell you what we did. One of the first people I ever signed up was an alternative MD. And I told him, you know, what we could do is why don't we just sign up your office staff and then we'll put you at the bottom. And that way, on the way out the door, you can say in the meeting room, wherever you're doing your thing, you know, if you want to check with the folks on the way out the door, they may have some things to help you. And of course, they would never stoop to talking about the money. Right. But the girl who is the office manager, she would be the one on. That's why we signed at the top of the heap, her. And then there was somebody else that was there, was under her, and we put the doctor under that. Why? Because everybody liked the doctor being under them. Yeah. Because they were the office staff. And the doctor loved it. Because he got money all the way, you know, it worked for him. And so the people would leave the office, and the girl at the front desk, we told her, because she was signed up, you want the words to use. Yeah. What should we say? Well, we know you're not getting enough fruits and veggies. Yeah, I know. Would you like something where, you know, it will help a little bit? And it came from the office manager when she was checking out, giving her Social Security or giving her pay card or whatever she was doing. They say, great. And they would have the product right there. Say, here, you can have some of this. And if you want to, we'll put you on monthly. And the manager put the person on monthly. That's what you do, buddy. And the girls in the office are thrilled. You know, Brooke, we should do this in our thingy. Yeah. But this is what you do. I knew. And everybody's happy and nobody gets pushed because it's all questions. Not, hey, you should do this, or, oh, you're going to make a lot of money. You keep your mouth shut about all the things nobody wants to hear about the first time. And it's like, do you get enough fruits and veggies? Dr. Dingling said you might want. Well, we have something that we do here. And so if you want to have some more without having to buy them and clean them and cook them and eat them, that might help a little bit. Oh, okay. Why? I got every MD in San Francisco. I went to every one of them. We signed up the offices all with like 8 of them. That's all there were. I would do the same thing today. You get the girls. And half the time, the one who's the manager is sleeping with the doctor. They're the wife. You know what I mean? So it all works out just fine. I'll tell you, we have done so much of this. There's such good stories. And one man, the first one I ever signed up to this day is taking that product. And all his people in the office are doing the thing, taking the product. It's been 26 years. So you see many of these last for years because the belief you need more fruits and veggies. If you're not going to get them, get these nutrients. You need to take these things in order to prevent getting, you know, the big D, and then you can't even type because your foot's missing or your hand's missing or your finger's missing, right? And these are alternative ways for people looking for a different way to do it. So the only thing that they do is not drugs, but at least have some bit of an option. And that's how you make sure that you don't dump on drugs. We're not here to dump on Big Pharma. They have their role, but we're just saying, in case you want to try something different, at least part of it, see if that helps. They'll say yes. You see? So never dump on anything or anyone, or even if you can't stand them, it's not our place. Our place is to say, we have an option. Would you like to test it? That's what we do.